Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. And yes, the fans are on. The time is approximately 10:44 p.m. and the date remains Wednesday, July 4th, 2018. In the United States, it is the 4th of July, also known as Independence Day. I've heard fireworks, I've seen a few fireworks, and now I'm hearing what sounds very much like thunder, so there could be a storm coming. Ooh, because some days are just more stormy than others, aren't they? Anyway, so welcome to the YouTube channel of yours truly. My name is Robert Alvarez. I'm also known as Robert Alvarez the Psychic Witch, and I'm also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. And of course, I'm also known as the Tarot Man. And speaking of tarot, it is my pleasure to go through the tarot calendar of Llewellyn's 2018 tarot calendar, insights, spreads, and tips by the Barbara Moore. And we're going to talk about June 2018. So June 2018 features the Magician card from the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, also known as the Rider-Waite tarot deck. And they talk about a few of the symbols, and then of course manifest like a magician. So I'm going to read to you what it reads at the bottom of the caption of the Magician card. It reads, "The Magician, like many tarot cards, has undergone a change. The earliest decks showed a street juggler or a con man. Modern decks highlight the Magician's ability to shape reality in a positive and empowering way." Now, let's do a little bit of background, okay? So first of all, the Magician card is astrologically aligned with the planet Mercury. Mercury is named after the Roman god of the same name. Now here's the thing about the ancient Roman god Mercury. Mercury is the Roman god, as well as his Greek counterpart or Hellenic counterpart, Hermes, is the god of communication and the intellect. But if you read a little bit more about Mercury and do a little bit more research, you discover that Mercury is also the god of tricksters, liars, and thieves. So here's the thing about Mercury. He's the god of thieves. Some con men are considered thieves. Some con women are considered thieves too. And keep in mind that Mercury, the planet in Western astrology, rules Gemini and Virgo. And what's one of the body parts ruled by Gemini? The hand. Thieves usually steal with their hands. Cyber criminals steal with their hands and their minds. So, and I'm not dissing Mercury or any other Roman or Hellenic or Greek god. I'm just saying that this is what's so. You know, some of you know that I'm very devoted to Santissima Muerte. And I know that over the years, a few people have said to me, well, you know, a lot of drug dealers go to her. Well, actually, drug dealers go to her, but everybody goes to her. Meaning that Santissima Muerte is a very popular folk saint because she refuses to be judgmental. She doesn't care if you are black, white, Mexican, non-Mexican, law-abiding, law-breaking, gay, straight, witch, Catholic. If you go to Santissima Muerte, she'll listen to you. She may not give you what you want, but she'll still listen to you. And that's my collective experience with every deity, with every goddess, with every god. They're not necessarily going to give you what you want. They'll listen to you. They will listen to you. And Mercury is no different than Santissima Muerte in that regard. So one of the things that I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Magician card, because in many tarot decks, and this is no exception, in many tarot decks you will see that the Magician card has the symbols of the minor arcana. You have the wand, you have the sword, you have the cup, you have the pentacle. So you have the wand, which is will and passion. You have the sword, mind and imagination. You have the cup, love and intuition and healing. You have the pentacle, health and prosperity. What the Magician does is he or she or they takes the symbols of the physical realm and makes magic with that. So I invite you to do a 3 or 4 card spread, and this is not a video reply. You can do this, you can not do this. I would say if you are divinely guided to do this, if you are intuitively led to do this, then do it. And if you're not, then don't. But go through your preferred tarot deck and choose a card that represents your desire or your goal. And then, that's, I think, fireworks. And then shuffle the rest of the deck and pull 3 cards. So the first card represents your desire, your goal, your desire or goal. The second card represents the obstacle, the real obstacle. And be open to being surprised, because the real obstacle may not be the one you think it is. It could be something that is hidden in plain sight. The third card represents what you need to do and or have to overcome said obstacle. And the fourth card represents what the final result will be. That just came to me. I like that. Okay, so one of the symbols discussed in this is the Ouroboros. The Ouroboros is the snake with his tail in its mouth. The snake eating its own tail is a common esoteric symbol representing unity, infinity, and transformation, which in several cultural cosmologies is one of the symbols attributed, or rather one of the symbolic elements attributed to the snake. The magician transforms the raw energy of the universe according to his will, and using components of the physical realms transforms their life, his life, her life. Another symbol that's found in many tarot decks on the magician card are the roses and lilies. You know, I love roses and lilies. I love the smell of them both. I know that over the years I've met people that don't like the smell of lilies, but to me, roses and lilies smell equally sweet. The red roses represent passion and the white lilies purity. Ideas echoed in the magician's clothing. Indeed, red and white. He connects the divine to purify his intentions and activate his will. Now, manifest like a magician. I love this part because, you know, it's short, but it's pretty vast in itself. The magician teaches that if we hone our skills, we can all have access to the elemental energies that create our reality. The magician is very conscious and precise. Modeling his example, we can use the cards in a conscious and precise way. Not everything is random after all. If you have a goal you want to achieve, go through your deck and select a card that best represents that goal. Then select a card that represents your starting place, where you are today in terms of the goal. Place them face up on a table with enough distance between them for 3 cards. Shuffle your deck and deal 3 cards off the top. Flip the cards over. They will show you the steps needed to achieve your goal. You may opt to use 5 cards if your goal is more complex. So if you choose to do this, let me know in the comments. And I do feel led to do the 4-card spread that I recommended a little while ago, and to do this spread as well. It'll be a different video. I promise I'll do it as soon as possible. But in the meantime, it's so funny that I'm reading this now, and I'll tell you why. You know, I know that sometimes I've referred to my level of expertise in the tarot as being an advanced level or a mastery level. And I've always felt intuitively that that turns people off or that offends people. And it really isn't my intention to do that. I know that for as long as I draw breath, I am always going to be a student, and I'm always going to have more to learn with regards to the tarot, with regards to divination, with regards to I'm sorry, I just noticed the timer isn't on, and I'm like wondering how much time I have left. So how much time do I have left? Okay, thank you. Can you set the timer for 10 minutes and count it down? Thank you. I apologize, YouTube. I want to make sure that I keep this video under 20 minutes. And I definitely need to keep it under 20 minutes. But like I was saying, I really felt led to participate in something that was like classes. And I really didn't know what, but I was open to the universe, and I said to the goddess, I want to learn something. I feel strongly led to participate in a course or a workshop where I'm honing my divination skills. And hand to goddess, not even 2 days later, I received an email from MotherHouse of the Goddess, which I love and I've talked about in some of my recent videos. And it was an online course about Divination Magick. And I'm just overjoyed. I was like, yes. It will cover tarot, but I will tell you that one of the reasons why I'm excited about it is because there are going to be videos and course lessons that also talk about other systems of divination, like runes. And they are gonna. The class on runes also includes the woman runes, and the woman runes I first learned about when I purchased Ariadne's Thread, a workbook of goddess magic written by the late and great Shekinah Mountain Water. And of course, when I discovered the Bridget's Grove Etsy shop and website, that's when I discovered woman runes, and I could actually purchase my own set of woman runes. With a male client, I refer to them as goddess runes. So I'm very happy that I'm learning divination in a whole new way and exploring divination in a whole new way through this online course, which is for all of July. So the fact that I'm talking about the magician and divination and the tarot in this, and granted this is part of June, but I did discover and officially register for this course in June. So the fact that I'm talking about it in July, even though this is for June 2018, it makes sense. So, and I'll include a link to MotherHouse of the Goddess in the description. And by all means, check out their amazing online workshops and courses. Ironically, they're going to have a live third eye activation on the date of the new moon in Cancer, which is on Thursday, July 12th. I have a previous engagement that night. In fact, I'm going to participate in 2 wonderful events with Pod NYC on that same night. So I'm very excited that it's on the new moon. But at least I can watch the archived video the following day. Or that maybe that same night, I don't know. So, getting back to the magician, I invite you to, at the very least, do a 1-card meditation with the magician card. You can do this with your preferred tarot deck, but if you also have a tarot deck that you use for your exclusive use, or one that you use solely for meditation or ritual work or spellcraft, then by all means use the magician card from that deck for that 1-card meditation. And I invite you to engage in a divine dialogue with the magician and see what he tells you. And I just heard a peal of thunder. So with that being said, YouTube, I want to thank you as always for honoring who I am and what I do. If you have not already subscribed, and you know what, I think I need a sip of water. Pardon me. It's important to stay hydrated. So if you have not already subscribed to the YouTube channel of yours truly, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, I invite you to do so. And by all means, please make sure that you click or tap the bell icon. That way you will receive a notification every time I upload a new video. And I do highly recommend, and I actually highly over-recommend, rechecking your notifications. So you may need to periodically re-click or re-tap your bell icon to make sure that you are indeed receiving notifications. And by all means, feel free to let me know in the comments that you have done that. And of course, if you have not already scheduled a reading or a private class or an energy healing treatment with me, then I highly recommend you do that sooner than later. Right now, I still have a lot of availability for July 2018. I am going to participate in Bare Your Soul summer camp. So I'm just going to quickly give you the dates of that event. And those are the dates that I will not be available for any sessions. So that will be from Tuesday, August 14th through Sunday, August 19th, 2018. So I highly recommend that any appointments you schedule with me, that you schedule for before Friday, August 31st, 2018. It will be difficult for me to fit in appointments for all of August, especially the dates that I'm going to be away. But you never know. I might be able to fit you in. I don't think so, but I don't believe in assuming anything. And definitely September, there's a lot of openings left. But remember, historically, September through December remains the busiest time of the year for me. So my recommendations to you would be to schedule sooner, or rather much sooner than much later, or much sooner than later. And I think that's it, YouTube. Thank you again for honoring who I am and what I do. I wish you many blessings of clarity, illumination, and magic. And may your personal and professional freedoms increase and expand now and always.